Well, darling, come in for a spot of tea, shall we? Today I'll be taking you to downtown Khon Kaen on the north side of Khon Kaen Nakhon Water Reservoir, or lake, just a stone's throw away from the Khon Kaen Nakhon Night Market. That's a thriving, lively local market filled with all the good stuff when it comes to foods and snacks and things like that. Yeah, I'll be taking you just around the corner from there to a very unique, eclectic little cafe called Pha Thalai Chon Art Cafe. I originally noticed it when I was driving towards Double Smashburger, being that they are within a 2-minute walk from each other. The mannequin sitting outside stared at me as I was passing by. Let's just say it left an impression on me. In 1982, Ridley Scott released his masterpiece, Blade Runner, and shortly thereafter my life would be changed forever. You see, it reinforced my view of the future, vastly different from the relative utopian world presented in the Star Trek series, and more in line with my dystopian view of the world. Yes, you can be 9 or 10 years old and see the world bleakly. Blade Runner's universe was a world of gleaming towers and technical miracles, most of which are reserved for the self-absorbed upper class, while the lower echelons of society are sustaining themselves on barbecued rats and insects for protein. A future where the worst of us is amplified. But what left the biggest impression on me was the mannequin scene in which Daryl Hannah almost sweeps the floor with Harrison Ford's character. I would never see mannequins the same again. So yeah, a mannequin sitting in the entrance right beside the front door to your establishment is going to garner my attention and heighten my spidey senses. Pha Thalai Chon reminds me of the good old days of coffee shops. You know, when Starbucks was still a novelty and you mostly saw it attached to up-and-coming bookstores. Yet the vast majority of establishments were privately run operations, each boasting their own unique atmosphere and menu options. You know, back when your favorite coffee dive had a plethora of competition, but each one had their own look and feel. When I lived in Tampa, I frequented a coffee shop called Seattle Coffee. At least I think that's the name of it. It was just a small room in a small 5-business strip mall that was decorated whimsically by the owners. The place was filled to the brim with photos pasted on the walls, stickers, whimsical artwork, Christmas lighting. Basically a very chic yet messy bohemian hangout for people who were not in the mood to go to a bar that night. The business was then sold to a lady named Ashley, and the place became called Ashley's Coffee. That rebranding came with a redecorating of the place. The gaudy features were all removed, but so was the charm. The place ended up feeling like a small room with furniture in it. By the time she sold the place, I had moved on to other spots. Pha Thalai Chon Cafe reminds me a lot of the old Seattle cafe days in the sense that the minute you walk in, you're experiencing sensory overload with decorations, sculptures, and artwork everywhere, seemingly cobbled together over time, placed thoughtfully throughout. Everywhere the eye lands, even the ceiling, there is artwork. The open-air garden in the back looks like a Hollywood set or an Instagrammer's photo room. There is an upstairs, and the day that I went, it was kind of quiet and dark. But it did look operational, so you could switch the light switch on and turn the air conditioning on if you wanted to. Perhaps it's a spillover room for when they get really busy and they need to open up the upstairs room. I'm not sure. It's not locked, it's not blocked, it just had the lights off. The service was polite and the coffee was amazing. I once said that Just Follow the Goat Cafe had the best coffee I have ever had in Thailand. Well, I need to amend that statement now. It has just been bested by the cinnamon latte served here. I'm still recommending you go to Just Follow the Goat and get that macadamia nut latte, but the cinnamon latte here is stellar. It was so good that I ordered a second one. The cinnamon, the buttery coffee, the thick frothy cream was presented on a wooden board with a branded glass cover, along with my order of beef Wellington. Now, as far as beef Wellington is concerned, I'm of the crowd that agrees with that meme that says that, well, it's a meme that's passed around on the internet right now that says that beef Wellington is just expensive corn dogs for high society types. Pha Thalai Chon does make a good beef Wellington. It went very well with my cinnamon latte. I'll be making stops here whenever I have to be near here because the coffee was just that good. Now, unfortunately, I'm not sure if the barrister was busy or new, but I had to get his attention in order to place my first order. Don't get me wrong, I mean, it's no big deal, but I was standing there for several minutes and I had to actually ask him, "Can I order, please?" So again, don't get me wrong, he was polite and I got my food and drink in a timely manner, but I'm of the old school customer service world in which if there's a person standing in front of you and you're about to make money off of them, even if you can't help them that minute, address them. Tell them it'll be a few minutes and you'll get right to them as soon as you can. Acknowledge them while they're there. Don't alienate them. I mean, it was just a small thing. Otherwise, I was charmed by the place and consider it a must-see spot for anyone who likes cafes. Now, it lacks the polished upscale feel of, say, W Cafe or Refill Coffee, but it's not trying to be those places. It more than makes up for this with its uniqueness. Quite honestly, I wish there were more places like this. Pha Thalai Chon Cafe is easy to get to. Just make your way to the monument on Rupbung Road, and it's on the north side within a stone's throw away from the lake and the Bun Gan Nakhon night market. There is curbside parking all over the area, but it is quite a busy street. And like I've said before, Khon Kaen drivers make the driving experience, well, aggressively dynamic. Additionally, if you like cinnamon, I recommend trying that cinnamon latte. I'm telling you, it is now the best drink I've ever had in Thailand. It's so good, I count them dancing in my head at night before I lay me down to sleep. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Once again, I love you, I appreciate you, and I wish you all the best in life. As we head into summer in the Northern Hemisphere, here's to hoping that you have an active, joyous, and hopeful summer. See you next time.